I'm Charlotte with Share with Charlotte podcast, where emphasis is placed on finding balance in relationships. I am the creator and host, and thank you again for tuning in. I'd like to invite you to check out my other episodes on my channel. And if you find any of these particular episodes that you find interesting, encouraging, insightful, or just good information, please check the like button. I would appreciate if you would leave a comment so I can know your thoughts and your opinion. And also, if you have not subscribed or follow, I would also appreciate that as well if you're part of my podcast community. So thank you again for tuning in with me. So on this note, let's go ahead and get started with the next episode, which is titled, Does the Holidays Bring Out the Best or the Worst in You? I was thinking back on all the different holidays, and even in America, we start even with January. We kick it off with the New Year and New Year's Day, and then from there we hook it up with Valentine's Day. We got February, March, or April. We're going to throw in. We got Easter, and then you have April Fool's Day, and then you have Mother's Day, Father's Day. And of course, February, we got Valentine's Day. And then you have Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. You have continuation, so many holidays. You got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving. And now we have now embarked on our last month of the year. And that's December. And we are in the process of ready to celebrate Christmas. So over the year, we've been celebrating continuously one holiday after another holiday. But Christmas is really our biggest holiday that we celebrate because this is the way that we celebrate the birth of our Jesus Christ, who came as the Son of Man, not to judge, but to save man. And we celebrate it in forms of bringing gift, giving, serving, and we celebrate. And some of us celebrate, but then some of us won't celebrate. And that's for various reasons. Because some people have lost loved ones. And sometimes during the holidays, the worst time that they experience the loss of that loved one, whether it be a child or it's a parent you lost, or a spouse you lost, or a sibling you lost, or whatever, can even be a best friend, whatever the lost, it has taken something that was precious to you, and that was how you celebrated Christmas, or any holiday that person used to be a part of. And now it takes on a different meaning. And some of us just rather not celebrate at all. We don't have that spirit in us to do so on some of these holidays. And I even look back because last year, this time of the year, I just lost my sister the month of November. And I've been trying to think, what did I do last Christmas? And I'm really being serious. I cannot remember my Christmas. I can't remember who was there. I'm sure my husband was, but I don't remember. I don't remember, was I at home? Was it people who came to visit? I don't even remember the gift. I really don't remember. And some of you may can relate to that. I wasn't in a funk or anything, or I wasn't depressed. But I think if I had to sum it up, I think maybe I was mourning in silence, maybe. But I just don't remember in a state of feeling bad. It's like I tuned it out. Because the sister that I lost was one who embraced Christmas and she embraced family. And I know she would have been a part of that if she was here. And I don't remember ever Christmas that I couldn't reflect on, especially within 12 months or less than 12 months, that I seriously cannot remember. Is that where some of you all are now? Where you caught up in someone you may have lost and this holiday won't be the same? Because I have to look at, and I'm hoping you look at, we often look at what we don't have as opposed to what we do have. And that's the blessing in which God still gives us. It's what he has left with us. And I'm thankful for my memories of my sisters and my sisters. So I've lost actually 3 sisters I've lost, but I have memories of them. The most recent was the one I lost last November. Then after that, we had to do Christmas. So everything just kind of rolled in together. And it just, I think I got lost in the fog of it all. And some of you may don't like celebrating Christmas because you already know you may have kids and you can't provide for them the way you want to. You look at your children, they're precious to you. You're already struggling with the bills. So how am I going to give them? And even at times, even things that they need, let alone things that they want. And that's discouraging to you because you want to be that mom. You want to be that dad to give and provide that for your kids. Because you may have some really good kids, so deserving, good grades in school. They behave well. They love you. They share and they show love to you. They go to church. They tell you how much they appreciate you. And yet here come a holiday. That gifts are expected. And you don't know how you're going to provide for that child. To see them smile, to be happy, to just hug you in gratitude, to be deprived of that moment. It gotta be devastating to you. It reminded me when I was growing up in the projects, and at this particular time there was 9 of us. No, 8. There was 8 of us. My little sister wasn't born yet. There was 8 of us. And my mom would always say, if I can't buy for one, I don't buy for any. And there was Christmases that we knew she could not provide any gifts for us. I'm in the Dallas area, so thank God there was a place that we could go that she would take us to get gifts. So there would be gifts for Christmas because she couldn't afford to give us gifts. So I don't know how my mother felt to not be able to do that, but she was trying her best to find a way, to make a way. And so she would take us to that place so that we would have something to open and get excited about. And I appreciate that about her. And we would go and gather the toys. She would take me there. So I'm thankful, even though it may not have been something she bought, but I'm thankful that she gave her best in giving. And if that was her best, that was her best. And I'm telling this to you, if your best even means you can't provide those gifts, it's still your best. Because your best is to keep those lights on. Your best is to make sure that you have heat, that there's a roof over your children's head, there's food that they can eat, there's clothes on their back, there's shoes on their feet. That's your best. The other stuff is extra. So please don't get so caught up in what you can't provide when it comes to that. Because the love that you give those kids to make sure they're safe and they're good and they have what they need is always first. Always first. And that brings me to another place to speak on, and that is, does Christmas bring out the best or the worst in you? And if all you look for it to be your best is what you receive, and you find yourself speaking on all the gifts that you received, then that is commercialized. Because it's all about just getting gifts. But Christ was born. Christ came to give, to serve. What an opportunity to mimic that, to give, to serve. If you've been blessed like I've been blessed, I have more than what I need. My blessing would be to be a blessing. I don't need more stuff when it comes to that. But what I need is to feel the spirit of serving and the spirit of giving. So that will be my focus. on how to give back and how to love on someone. And it's not that it has to be about money or you have to spend, but your time. Your time with people. There's a lot of people who's going to go through this holiday lonely, alone, hungry, because no one that they knew came, or it was no one they didn't know came. So a lot of people will celebrate, and it will be the worst. The holiday will bring out the worst in them because they will be more lonelier, more alone, feel more alone because the holiday is supposed to bring you joy, to feel good, not to bring you to your lowest or make you feel like you're at your lowest. That's not what the holiday is for. But we as a people, we need to serve and give and do because many of us have been blessed. And if you're one of the ones who have not, and you just have basically what you need, that's within itself is to be thankful for. But your time is free. Your time is free. So someone don't have to feel like no one cares. They alone. Your time is free. You can give that freely to someone else. And if you can buy someone something or take a plate or bring some food or give a gift or whatever, then go over and beyond and extend out to bring something. Just like we want to do that because God gave so much. Jesus gave so much of himself. So much of himself. Don't get caught up because all the other holidays and you just look at this and say, and I've heard people say this, Christmas is just so commercialized. I don't even celebrate Christmas because it's so commercialized. But you don't have to entertain the commercialized part of Christmas. You don't have to entertain that to go out and buy gifts and make bills that you can't even pay. Or it takes you a whole 12 months to pay off that credit card. Why would you do that? People do that. Buying things they can't even really afford. That's commercializing. But when you do things to serve, to help, to give, to do, for the love for someone else, or to love on someone else, that is not commercialized. That's spiritual. So let's bring the spirit of what this holiday is. And someone who's out there saying that it's the worst, it brings out the worst in me because of whatever reason that you're in that moment, in that place of you feeling that way. And I want to encourage you to do something different, to take you out of that funk, take you out of that dark hole that you found yourself in because of whatever reason. Step out into the light and come out of the darkness. Step out. Take that step. Because if you've lost someone, like even my sister, I can't bring her back. I can't bring my other two back. I can't bring my daddy back. I can't bring my mother back. I loved my stepmother. I can't bring her back. I can't bring back the friends that I lost. I can't bring none of those people back. And I love them all. But you can choose to look what's ahead. You can choose to look at what you still can do and what you still can be. You can look ahead as to how you can bring light to someone else. How you can love someone else. You can still shine. You don't have to be hidden in the dark. You can still shine. It doesn't have to bring the worst. It can really bring you to your best. And that's what you want. That's what you want. I mean, you want to be in a place of celebration, but not, I don't mean the commercial part. We're not talking about, we're talking about just how you love during this holiday. How you love on other people. How you show love. Some of you already do that. You do it all year round. You're always giving. You're always doing. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. And keep giving. Keep doing. Because there's always people who need your help. There's always people who need your service. All the time. There is no shortage of people who are hurting. There's no shortage of people who are just struggling. There's no shortage. So whatever you can do it. And again, it doesn't have to be about just money. Your time, those nursing homes who nobody would come and see. Some of those people, nobody would. They don't have family. And even some of them have family, they still won't come. Still won't come. But we're about love. So does a holiday bring out the worst or the best in you? And that's a decision that you will make. That decision you will make yourself. And if someone invites you, instead of saying no, say yes. You don't have to be by yourself. You don't have to be alone to reflect on what you didn't have. But by saying yes, you may go to a place where you find yourself laughing, enjoying yourself, embracing the company and the fellowship of other people. So I'm going to encourage you to invite someone else if you have enough to share. So some of these people don't have to be alone within this holiday season. So whatever you can do, I want to encourage you to do. And embrace your family. Love on your family because it first starts at home and then it bleeds out. So love on your family. Show love. And so we can just share this moment. I know it's just a day for Christmas, but what you plant in the hearts of someone that day will carry on into the next year. And still can be carried on. They still can be reflecting 12 months later, still reflecting on how wonderful and how beautiful that was to be in the company of you, doing fellowship and enjoy what you have. You shared that with me. People are appreciative. You may not think it's a big thing, but it may be a really big thing for someone else. So I don't know where you are this holiday, but if you already know that you're going to a dark place, share your thoughts and your feelings with someone. And if it's too much to bear and you need counseling, then get counseling. But you want to work on being in a better place and a better space. We're going into 2025. You want to step out into the light and not stay in a place of darkness. You want to do that. I encourage you to do that. But don't say no when all you know you're going to do is stay home or stay where you are in silence, mourning, weeping, and being in a place of misery. When someone's extending a hand, just say, come, let us help you. Let us give you a place where you can feel better, even if it's for a moment. Because it doesn't, at that particular time, it does complete healing. But for that moment, you could be in a better place. If nothing for a moment, then I encourage you to take it. Please reach and grab somebody to bring them into your fold, to be a part of what you can offer as a good time or a place that they can feel safe and they can enjoy themselves. And just for that moment, they're in a place that they can feel good. And you could really help them have that. And I'm not just speaking to you, I'm also speaking to me. Because that would be my intentions to do that. So that I can help someone feel better about that day. And so I do strongly encourage that we got to help each other. We got to love on each other. This world is upside down. Our country is flipping. It's all over the place. We know that. We're living in a time that we have never experienced. Never. We don't know what all to come. But in that moment on Christmas Day, leading to the holiday of Christmas, let's celebrate with love. Let's celebrate in fellowship. Let's not get so bombarded. All these holidays, some man just made up. But you don't have to be overwhelmed with any of them. You choose how you want to celebrate, if you want to celebrate. You make those calls. But don't, on this day that's been carved out to celebrate the birth of our Jesus Christ, that you make that insignificant, because it isn't insignificant. That day that God gave us his son so that he could walk amongst man was the whole turning point where man would be saved. Hallelujah for that. So we celebrate that. We celebrate that. He gave us the biggest gift of all. He gave himself. The biggest gift he could give us was himself so that we can live, so we will have salvation. We don't belittle that. We don't belittle that. Please don't get caught up in what was and not see what is. So does the holidays, how will you celebrate? Would it be your worst or would you be at your best? How would you celebrate? What does it bring out, the worst or the best in you? I can only pray that leading up December the 25th, Christmas Day, that you continue to be blessed, that you embrace it, share some things so that you don't carry such heavy burdens. And again, allow people to enter your space because you don't have to carry it all by yourself. If you're in a state of grieving, you don't have to carry it all by yourself. And when it comes to you can't do for your kids and you're so caught up with that, please again, look at what you're doing, not what you can't do. And there's nothing wrong to also ask for help. There's nothing wrong in also asking for help. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people will reject you, some people won't. But at some point, we all need help with something. If nothing but just to listen. Not that you can do anything, but just listen. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for tuning in, for being a part of this particular episode. And I hope, if anything, I hope it's been encouraging for you. But I know there's a lot been going on for the year. And then we start all over again in January. There's going to be a lot more going on. And yes, we do get bombarded with all these holidays. They're coming at you come January 1st. And it's going to roll out throughout almost every month it hits. It's a constant thing. But you can pick and choose which ones you want to celebrate or not celebrate. Or celebrate them all. But I hope the holidays, you learn to bring out the best in you, not the worst in you. The one that you choose. So I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And be encouraged, and please help, serve, do for someone. Let this not be a holiday about self, but truly about a holiday about others. Visit me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And again, I invite you to check out my other episodes on my channel. Please, your comments are welcome. And I hope you take time to leave me a comment. And I thank you again for just being a part of my podcast community and continue to, as you do, support and encourage me. So thank you so much. And I look forward to the next one with you. Thank you.